tried to be. You had me in tears with the worst of my fears, and I just couldn't get away. I said that I was done and gone, but baby, now I'm here to stay.
Excuse me, ma'am. Hi, I'm Robin Hoffman. I'm a public artist here in Charlottesville. I want to know if I can do a caricature event here.
Sure.
So, yeah, what we do is, as a public artist here in Charlottesville, I kind of highlight entrepreneurs or people who are doing business here and who also donate to different types of charities or organizations that sustain the community. And so, if you don't mind, I'm going to do a caricature event and sort of just talk a little bit over there. Or I could actually talk with you right now if you'd like.
Sure.
Would this be a good time for you?
Yeah.
Oh, who are you, by the way?
My name is Allison Campbell, and I'm the owner of Zazus.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
So now you, by yourself, started this business?
No, it's a longer story than that. It's originally it was owned by a couple of, one was a Darden graduate and one was an investment guy from Colorado and a huge investment company. And that's when I started working here.
My goodness.
And I worked my way up, and then I left for a few years and came back and bought it.
Oh my goodness. So, and this is a very thriving business. I mean, this is in the middle of the day. It's not even lunch hour. And I've just came in here, there's like 1 million customers. That must mean something about your product.
You must be doing something right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So now, how did you decide, first of all, I noticed, for instance, you have gluten-free brownies, you have wonderful, healthy food. People can sit here and they can really enjoy some wholesome foods. Do you use certain types of products that come from Charlottesville, or?
Currently, I use some local produce, but as far as all the meats, they're all natural, organic, but they do not come from local farmers.
Uh-huh.
Mainly because of the amount that we use.
Yes, I understand.
Being able to provide me with, hundreds and hundreds of pounds of chicken, it's difficult.
Yes. So now, is it that you also have a certain recipe for your products that you stick to?
Yes, we do. We have recipes for everything, and we get to play around a little bit. So, we do a lot of soups, which is someplace where we can all play around with our creative juices. The guys will come up with things, and they'll end up on the menu.
Ah.
So, we're kind of a little dysfunctional family.
Well, I wanted to talk about that a little bit because I understand that you routinely donate to the free clinic.
I do. I can't remember the last time I did, but I give wrap trays for either volunteers or kids or something. There's something I do once a month.
And so that helps sustain your business as well, because I was one of the volunteers actually,
yeah.
And I tasted your product, and I'm surprised because I kind of thought it was somewhere else. But now that I know it's on Ivy Road over here, and it's just very local, I'm coming here every day.
Do it. I'll be here every day.
So now we know that the free clinic is sponsoring also people who are employed. Do any of your employees take advantage of the free providers?
You would have to ask them.
Okay. But in other words, if somebody can't afford health insurance, and a lot of times, especially now, even though the Affordable Act is giving more potential for people to be able, as business owners, to help with health insurance, a lot of small businesses can't afford it. So
we offer health insurance. I offer health insurance to my full-time employees.
Oh, that's awesome. And so also for people who do have insurance too, the free clinic does benefit them as well.
Absolutely.
And the providers have been there for 10 years or more. And
Right.
so that you're getting a regular doctor from UVA or Martha Jefferson or whatever.
Right.
But so tell me a little bit about yourself if you don't mind. So you live locally?
I do. I live in downtown Charlottesville with my partner and our daughter. We have a dog, a fish. We like to travel. We both work a lot.
What do you enjoy in Charlottesville particularly? Like, you've been there for how long in Charlottesville about?
I've lived here since I was 10.
Wow, so you know a lot of the changes? Like
Oh yeah. I remember when Kroger was a drive-through or a drive-in theater.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh.
So
That's my favorite thing to do in the summer, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good luck finding one anymore.
Well, yeah, they have one on Richmond, and they used to have free union, but not anymore. Yeah. But anyway, so the idea is that you enjoy also the Paramount and some of the venues, some of the music venues and stuff.
I do. I'm really more of a stay-at-home person. I spend a lot of time around people I don't know. So when I'm not at work, I like to be around people I do know.
Well, you're going to be serving right now, so
Yes.
we're going to come back to you.
Okay.
It's a black, which doesn't seem to ever happen. But we're going to talk about this event right now. I'm going to do a character event. Is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
All right. So here we go. So I'm here today as a public artist, and we're raising money for the free clinic. But apparently, Allison, who's the owner here, operator. She's doing a fabulous job. I can't wait to come here and enjoy the food in person. I think I'm going to come here every day. First of all, because look at that menu. It's amazing and very affordable, and apparently everything is very fresh. We're watching her do it right now. So I'd like to do a caricature event, which means that while people are sitting around in a restaurant, I'm going to be doing the event. So as an artist, we tend to not try to do things that look photorealistic. So if you do a drawing, it's appreciating the sketch or the idea of being able to use certain mediums. Mediums mean like using magic markers, in this case because I'm portable, and crayons. Now, David Dillahunt, who is shooting this right now, has been doing a lot of free work for me in the sense that we're trying to raise the money. So we've been doing summer sales, and this is our fall sale. So we're kind of roving, and we go from store to store, and we're hopeful that somebody will be as generous as Allison right now in contributing money to the free clinic as well as her time. She does make wraps, and I remember tasting the wrap, and I always said to myself, I am going to eat here one of these days. And now David has, he's a frequent flyer over here, and he told me food is fabulous. So I'm hoping to get a free taste of some kind of sandwich also. And but anyway, as a person who tries to raise money as an artist, you have to have your easel. And so I'm opening up my easel right now, and as you can see the mechanics of it, it's very simple, and yet it's so durable. I can put this thing outside with the wind blowing, and also because it has this sort of thing that you can pull up, it can fit in my backpack or whatever. So, and then I carry this, which I also carry a backpack sometime. And this is my little sort of desk. And this has for my roving caricature drawings or events, a place for me to be organized. One of the things I like to do as well is I like to have some kind of advertisement so that people know that, for instance, I do portraits. I do wedding portraits, and they're out of the box. The wedding portraits have to do with people who are in film or everyday people, but they have nuances. So my portraits are kind of similar, even though they're in oil paint. They're very similar to my caricatures in that they're linear, and yet they're 3D or 2D dimensional, and that's because I do consider the volume. And that's also, for instance, I did a caricature event for UVA. And what this is, for instance, this is the security guy at UVA. This is a transport man. And I made them into superheroes because they wanted that. And so then we put them on different backgrounds, and we also cut them out and used them as mobiles. So an artist can do a lot of things for the public and also for themselves. I mean, because I was paid a commission for that UVA project. And also, I use very high-grade paper so that people can copy the paper on make T-shirts if they want to too. And the paper has a slick side and it has a sort of a rough side, and that really picks up ink and crayon really well. So I always make it the soft side. And then I put it into this. This is kind of my own invention. This is a mat, and it's an 8x10. So most people, when they get the mat drawn, they can then cut it out, and they can use it for Christmas cards or T-shirts. I'm hoping that everybody wears a T-shirt in Charlottesville. So then I basically have these footers on the easel, and I put my canvas like this. Sometimes I have to make adjustments, and I always feel very comfortable that eventually I will be able to make it so that it doesn't fall. But then once I get the adjustment, and then I place my canvas. Now in this case, this is my canvas, my paper, and because I'm doing a wide angle, I'm going to hold it this way, as opposed to maybe this way if I'm doing just a portrait. So then I put it in my footers, and then I have this little thing device here that kind of secures it so it doesn't wiggle when I'm doing the caricature. Now, what's a caricature event, do you think? Well, event is usually about the place that I'm doing it. So you have people, for instance, in this restaurant, they're enjoying themselves. And this is the restaurant, of course. They have a wonderful takeout menu as well. And look at the choices on this menu. It's amazing. You can have turkey roll-up, Caesar chicken, you can have Thai food, you can have Santa Fe marinade. I mean, the choices here, they do a lot of volume because people return all the time because they can afford to. I mean, right now, it looks like I can afford to come here more than I can afford to go shopping for myself or cooking by the time I get everything done. So that's really nice to know about this area, this Ivy Road area, that there are all these choices. So then I look around in the restaurant, and I notice also that they have very nice ambiance. This whole bar thing with it being sort of stainless steel is very comforting. Like, you're sitting there, you know it's going to be clean, first of all, because nothing sticks on stainless steel. That's why people use it. But also because it's got the wood with it, so you kind of feel very, it's like earthy tones, and they have the green up top for the awning, and then of course the workers here are very smiley and very, very gracious, which provides you with a sense that the owner must be, very generous in terms of giving them a feeling of self-esteem, that they're servers, but they're also doing something to enable them to be employed. And one of the things that happens a lot of times I see is that entrepreneurs or people who start businesses and they thrive, it's because they are helping the workers and the workers are helping them. It's a cohesive type of experience. And my personal take on working in different capacities is that when you have people who are happy in a workplace, then you come to work every day, of course. So, and then of course we're going to have the idea that not only are they coming to work every day, but they're coming to work every day with a smile over here. You can see that Allison is an awesome boss. In fact, I should get a job here just so I can get free food or whatever. Okay, so but anyway, I'm going to start my caricature event. So now what I do is, an artist, I look at a total picture, and I try to I try to focus on a composition that will meet with my borders or the frame, as you will. And so I try to make it interesting. So one of the things happens is in Asian art, for instance, is really Japanese and Chinese art, which originated 3,000 years ago. They talked about asymmetry, which means that nature is not cookie-cutted, like, you have things that meet irregularly. And so a good artist knows, a modern artist will know, that when they're doing a drawing, for instance, they're going to try to make their composition interesting by looking at the thing that they're going to draw, but putting it in such a frame so that it appears interesting as a drawing. So I'm going to just start doing that right now. this is basically an idea or an impression of Zazus, which is a really interesting place to do a drawing, by the way. I mean, the people that are coming in here are very happy. They're very satisfied. It's an awesome experience just to be an onlooker. But when you do events or when you do landscape painting or whatever, what happens is you become within the experience more of an intensity that enables you to appreciate the event more so than if you just drove by or just came in for a sandwich or whatever. You know, here I just did this whole event, so to speak. I'm going to give it to the owner as a present with my signature, so when I croak, she can trade it in for some money for the free clinic. Okay, so here it looks. Oh, I always need to sign it. And then the year that I did it. And then I present it to the owner. There you go. So now it kind of resembles the area, but it's not representational. It doesn't have a photo image. It's the ambiance, it's the feeling, it's the movement, it's the idea more than it is anything else. Oh, what a surprise! See, hi, I'm Robin Hoffman. I'm the Charlottesville Public Artist here in Charlottesville, and we are raising money. Allison has been very generous to give to the free clinic today. She's always generous, and she usually gives wraps and things to the providers that work voluntarily. And what are you guys doing here?
Oh, we're gonna eat dinner.
We eat here every other day.
I can imagine.
Well, maybe not every other day.
Not quite lunch and dinner and breakfast, but usually at least a meal.
And what is it that, can I ask, because I'm going to frequent this place just looking at the menu, but what, do you guys individually have favorites?
This is one of the few restaurants that I have where I don't get the same thing every time because everything is good.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So the Turkey Bacon Club is incredible. The smoked turkey is incredible. The pesto is what they're known for, if you will, but all of their salads are delicious, including the chicken salad with tarragon, which is one of our favorites.
Oh, okay.
And Allison makes anything, so if you want the chicken salad with tarragon on spinach,
Okay.
or you want two kinds of sauce, or you want something, the only thing she vetoes are the things that don't taste well together, because she knows.
Oh, nice, nice. So you guys, what do you have a favorite? Do you have a favorite dessert or anything?
I just got to try their very tasty smoothie, and that was probably one of the best. Really, I recommend it.
Yeah, I'll look forward to that myself. And you, sir, you have any favorites?
Pesto and the smoked turkey.
Okay.
I alternate between the two.
All right, nice. So you live like upstairs? I know if I had an apartment here, I'd probably live upstairs. Yeah, definitely. It's a really nice restaurant. And so you're here like all the time, so that's really awesome. But I guess you love Charlottesville?
Yeah, we're especially here on UVA soccer games.
Oh.
There's a doubleheader tonight, so
Oh, okay.
that's why we're here early for dinner, then the doubleheader.
All right, well, let's not let you stop and whatever and eat and enjoy so you don't have to rush through it. And it was so nice meeting you, and thank you for helping us with our TV show today.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, Allison.
Hey.
So this is sort of your restaurant in my impression of it.
Okay.
And so I wanted to present this to you because you've been so generous today. And I really appreciate you just letting us come in here and taking the time because I see that you're extremely busy. But so here's the event.
Cool.
And this is signed by me, so it's worth something when I croak. And here is my logo, my
Email and everything.
email
Great.
and everything. It's got the roller derby name on it because those are also women who, in Charlottesville, we have women who are entrepreneurs, but also very brave, it seems.
Yeah.
Because they not only do the task, but they work very hard at it. and they're very serious.
Yeah.
And I'm from New York, but I must say that I've met many, many women here in Charlottesville who have been very successful at business and entrepreneurship.
Charlottesville's a great town. It really is.
And so, do you have like a what is it called? Like a club of entrepreneurs that you guys meet?
No, not really.
No?
I'm like I said before. I have some few close friends. Unfortunately, most of them live on another continent or country.
Yeah.
And then I have my family. And
But I mean, in terms of the businesses, do you guys ever mesh heads or talk about things that?
No, I mean I'm friends with a lot of restaurant owners, but we try not to talk business.
Okay. That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that's also very wonderful because it's, again, different than what I'm used to. Like, everybody's so hustle and bustle. And in Charlottesville, it seems like people are more about helping each other. Mm-hmm. And so you support your community, and the community will support you. Mm-hmm. And so, but anyway, I want to present this to you today. Cool. And I hope that you we appreciate you.
Yeah.
For everything that you do here, and I can't wait to come here and eat every day.
Me too.
I read off your menu, by the way.
Oh, great.
And
there's one thing I'd like to mention. There's a community event coming up that doesn't get a lot of publicity, and it's the Charlottesville Gay Pride. It's very near and dear to my heart. So there are flyers all over Charlottesville. Come down and check it out. We're a huge part of your community. So that's it, pretty much. Thanks.
No, that's not it. Actually, I am very much a part of the gay community as well. I'm a supporter of people who are, again, trying to make the effort to be in love and be accepted for who they are and what their belief systems are without any religious bias or whatever, because people who are gay is also people who are religious, they're Buddhists,
What are your daughters, your sons, your brothers, your sisters, your mothers, your fathers?
And so,
Sure.
like everybody who does work in Charlottesville, everybody should be supportive of each other and their lifestyles, whatever, because there's no reason to not be.
Yep.
And so...
and everyone should eat at Zazus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
No,
Appreciate
really.
it.
Set my fields on fire with your one black eye. Turn my river water black with your embrace. Let your clouds infect